And so let's go ahead and take a look at this week's college basketball Pac-12 Power Rankings. I'm going to start with a new number one, and I know this is going to irritate some folks, specifically down south in Tucson, but let's be real. These aren't the standings. I want to preface that. This is not standings. These are power rankings. Right now, I've got Colorado atop the Pac-12 Power Rankings, and it's because this team has been on a heater, okay? They're 11-2 on the season. You look at how they started conference play. They beat a good Washington team. They beat Washington State, and ever since then, they've been winning consistently. After that loss to Colorado State, where they lost by 5, they destroyed Pepperdine. They destroyed Miami, a ranked Miami team. They destroyed Northern Colorado. They destroyed Utah Tech. And then they beat Washington State. I'm very curious to see what Colorado does this week when they take on Arizona and Arizona State. That is definitely going to be a good one. But yes, I do have Colorado up 1, which means Arizona does fall to 2. Okay. And now I know, again, there are going to be people that hate on it, but let's be real. Arizona is still the best team in this conference, but they didn't play like it this weekend. They got destroyed. They got destroyed by Stanford, and there's going to be Arizona fans, specifically Damon, that be like, what can you do when the opposing team shoots 65, 70% from 3? You know what you do, Eric? You play better defense. That's how you do it, okay? So that's why I got Arizona falling to 2. Utah at 3. I almost feel bad for Utah because Utah is also 11-2, and they've been on a heater. I believe they've won 8 in a row. They also beat Washington and Washington State. They beat Washington State 80-58. It's, again, they've got themselves a hell of a weekend with Arizona State and Arizona on the road. Now, if they are able to take care of business and beat Arizona in Tucson, there's no doubt that this team could be the number 1 team in the conference. Going down to number 4, I've got Oregon. This is an Oregon team that it's tough because this isn't an Oregon team of the past, right? This isn't the Oregon Ducks that you grew up watching 6, 7, 8 years ago in college basketball. This is an Oregon team that I don't think has the firepower to compete with an Arizona. They haven't been as consistent as Colorado and Utah. So that's why I've got them at 4. Got Wazoo, Washington, 5, 6 respectively. These are 2 teams that had rough weekends against Utah, Colorado, etc. I do have them falling just a tad, but not too much because I do think they are better teams than some of the middle of the pack teams that we're going to talk about here in a second. We've got Arizona State at number 7, making a big jump from, I believe I had them at 10 just last week. This is an Arizona State team that, let's be real, the offense hasn't looked great all season long. They didn't play their best basketball games all season, okay, against Stanford and Cal, but you know what's important? They found a way to get it done. That's what matters. And Frankie Collins is on this photo for a reason, because Frankie Collins in ASU's last game against Cal dropped 25 points and had 6 steals. This man put the team on his damn back, okay? So Frankie Collins alone is the reason why Arizona State is at number 7. I've got Oregon State at 8, UCLA at 9. Mick Cronin, take a bow. My goodness. Must be getting real red in the face with all those L's in LA. Like I talked about earlier on this show, you can't buy culture. And for a long time, UCLA basketball has been really, really damn good. But guess what? In the age of NIL and transfer portal, you are going to get exposed if you are a bad coach. And I think Mick Cronin, you might be seeing the type of coach that he actually is. I'm Anthony Totri, longtime hater of Mick Cronin. I've got Stanford at number 10. They obviously had themselves an interesting weekend where you lose to Arizona State and then you mollywop Arizona. So I don't really know what to make of Stanford, but I do have them moving up a spot. And right below Stanford at number 11, the USC Trojans. Oh my goodness. It really is a damn shame that these LA schools don't know what they're doing when it comes to college sports. Cal at number 12. You can also take a bow for being the worst at just about everything. That's why I have Cal at number 12. Guys, head to the comments. Let me know what you think of this week's Pac-12 Power Ranking.